What's happening, people? This OG Pressure, and I really wanted to tap in with y'all and talk a little bit about the album that's coming out April 17th. Now, leading up into that point of dropping No Payola, which is a project that's based on everything that's going on in the industry with the payola. You know, you have the huge platforms, and yeah, I've seen people try to say, oh, you know, on the radar don't charge for an interview. I got the receipts. I know. You know, you reach out, hey, I'm a becoming artist or whatever y'all say, and you say, you know, I would like to be on your show. They're gonna reply back, hey, send $4,500 and we'll set up a date. You know, and then it's like, what happens is you can have that lyricist or that person that man, you know, just got that sound, and they don't make it on the platforms like that because they may not have the budget. And instead, what you get is somebody that may have the budget and just complete utter. I mean, every probably 90% of the time when it come across my timeline, it's these motherfuckers that ain't of the culture, sound like they fighting with the beat. You know, rapping like, you know, Silk the Shocker back in the 90s. I hate to say it, you know, but what I'm saying, you know, they fighting the beat. You know, just them and that beat just ain't meshing. And it's like, you know, people like that is what they push out there in the hip hop community these days, when you actually have people with substance and lyricism and so many other things, and very talented. And unfortunately, you know, they get the back seat. And then you have vehicles such as Spotify. And I feel like it's a conflict of interest to have something such as a DSP, and labels get to be part of that, you know, ownership, which means they're going to push their artists, they're going to push, you know, all of these things. And then you lead to lawsuit after lawsuit, like the current lawsuit that was filed, you know, with Spotify and the bot streams. Well, a lot of you guys know, if you're a DistroKid artist or something, you know, they pull y'all music down. I see it time and time again when I come across it on Instagram or whatever, where these artists going, man, they pulled my music down and claim I was using bots, etc. Well, then you have these huge artists that are knowingly using bot forms. Everybody in the industry knows it, you know, millions and millions of bots going there to fluff the numbers to make them look bigger than what they are, but they don't get pulled down. They don't get penalized, but they get paid. So when you have a pool of money such as Spotify, they don't necessarily pay y'all per stream. They pool all this money together, and whoever has the highest streaming numbers gets a bigger share of that pot. So even though you're an artist and you working and you doing this and you doing that, and you got fans that streaming, you getting a lower cut of that money because you're not using bots. You're trying to do it the organic way. The dumb down of the industry. You know, all you see is these people on your no jumper platform snitching on each other, snitching on their homeboys, you know, Fed activity, you know, with, you know, Whack 100. Oh, he know everything. You know, these are secret sealed indictments, but you know everything. You put everybody business out there. You know, it's the culture is being destroyed in front of us for the first time in forever. You know, we're not on the charts. Why is that? It's great music out there. And now you look at the Grammy submissions, and now I'm seeing posts going, who's picking these people? Well, you know, Grammy submissions cost. So, you know, me as a label, if I want to put my artists in there, I have to pay for every artist that I put in there. No, you know, and then just about everybody that's voting, yes, they are voting on, you know, what they like, what's popular, and or being bought, just like elections or anything else. So if I know, you know, who's in charge of this, I can essentially go, well, this person's a voting member and this person's a voting member. And if I reach out to enough of them and offer them something, I can buy my Grammy. So the whole industry is it's being torn apart. You know, if I want to put my artist on the radio, you know, I'm going to spend 80 grand for radio play. Which essentially goes to the name, No Payola. Like I said, it'll be dropping April 17th. But what I'm doing up into that point, I will be dropping a single every month leading up into that point, giving y'all a little bit of sauce on what's going on. But I'm going to get into a couple of tracks, and I'm going to, you know, keep it going. On the radar, push the trash, that's facts. No jumper flying fast with a podcast. Wagon on the police with a badge in the skies. Whole industry pay them a big on. On the radar, push the trash, that's facts. No jumper flying fast with a podcast. the tracks, and I kind of explain that, you know, it's kind of my way of, I always look out for the smaller man. You know, our whole motto for like SEMA Distribution, which is a distribution platform I launched, subsidiary of Rocket City Records, is for artists, by artists. We are all artists. We understand what artists need. We understand what artists are looking for. And we do go to bat for the artists. You know, we've had, you know, artists come to us from different platforms where their music had been pulled down or whatever. And a lot of times we kind of go to bat for those artists, and we try to help them get their music back up and, you know, get on the right path. Because sometimes it's just as simple as guidance, and you have these labels and stuff, or not labels, I'm sorry, distribution companies, like I say, DistroKid, TuneCore, etc. You know, all these people hitting the artists for 20%. But what are you doing for your 20%? You know, we having weekly meetings with these artists, and we giving them the sauce, and I'm doing everything from PowerPoint presentations showing them, you know, the levels of this industry, and nobody else is doing that. They take their 20% and they run with it. So without, you know, further ado, let's find us another one over here. Rocket City. On my back, they can't hold me down. Straight out the dirt, I ain't need no permission. Turn every L to a hustle edition. Counting these racks like I'm working commission. They plotting, they talking, they stuck in position. You think you the man, but quit all that capping. I'm really the plug, I don't do all that lacking. If I take it lost, I'm gonna triple it back in. Got keys to the city, no come for the back end. Enemies whisper, they hoping I fall. I laugh at the rumors, don't stress it at all. My haters are fans, they just hope that I call. I'm Jordan and clutch, I ain't passing the ball. Pressure applied, I'm too real for the gimmick. I'm chasing the bag while they chasing the image. I'm breaking the limits, I'm building the scrimmage. I'm starting from nothing, now look how I'm living. Yeah, they don't want smoke, they don't want heat, they don't know pressure. Don't face defeat, stacking this paper. No tricks, no cheats, no G stepping, put the game on repeat. Pressure point, yeah, I'm raising the bar. Pressure point, yeah, they know who we are. Pressure point like the city in flames. Pressure point, put respect on my name. I don't do products, just white tee clean. With some Nikes on deck and a bankroll mean. Got a mad little vibe that she ride for the team, but I'm married to the grind, put a ring on my tree. Every beat that I touch on my body. You know, so I'm just giving people a little taste of what we doing. You know, OG Pressure, I've kind of prided myself on the positivity over the past few years and the building. But I am, you know, as a songwriter as well, you know, I do all genres of music. So it's like, you know, really showing people, I mean, you know, I can actually be very flexible with the pen. And y'all gonna hear a lot of that in 2026. Just about a little bit of everything coming from me. This is, you know, the main deal, but it's, you know, showing people the different flow, showing people that, you know, hip hop is here. You know, hip hop is alive, and Substance built hip hop, and we still here. We still, you know, working just like everybody else. But yeah, let's keep it moving. Hey, it's like OG Pressure. Hey, I gotta talk to him for a minute. Yeah. Triple threat, they don't want to smoke. Mind hustle flow, that's a 3-round choke. Industry shook, can't stomach the truth. They rather sign clowns, just a market to the youth. They scared of a boss who won't eat with his hands. So they push low IQs with a label and plans. OG Pressure built a bag, they can't net. Cause the label hating artists, they can't own yet. They don't like brains, they don't like skills. They just like puppets, they can program at will. Push a cash out chain, make the kids wanna spend. But the artists see crumbs when it's X cash in. They love low bars, make the bars real weak. Keep the youth dumbed down with the lies they speak. OG a triple threat, I invest and I build. Got a catalog rich, every contract sealed. They don't want owners, they want slaves with a mic. Put the chains on the wrist, tell them shine in the light. But the chain don't feed when the checks don't clear. And the stream don't pay what they promise each year. I ain't fooled by the purse, that's a carrot on the rope. I make money off of merch shows, catalog hope. I don't beg for a slot, I create my own lanes. And they hate when an artist got a business brain. Triple threat, they don't want that smoke. Mind hustle flow, that's a 3-round choke. Industry shook, can't stomach the truth. They rather sign clowns, just a market to. As I say, you know, we're gonna keep hitting them over the head with this. we're going to keep, letting people know this is, what's really coming from the music side. This is what the independent artist is going through. And I know, it won't necessarily change anything. Maybe it will get enough attention to where all of us as independent artists at the end of the day have to stand up for what we want. Everybody talk about not making enough money off streams. Us as artists have to realize we're the only artists in the world that don't get to set our prices. And what I mean by that, if I see a Picasso, I can't be like, hey, I'm gonna chop this painting into 4 pieces and I'm gonna give you a fourth of that, or half of that or whatever, for that Picasso, such as we do in music. Open the floodgate, straight, singing the ship, singing and stringing it quick. You ain't a thing in the dip, thinking of making a switch. Your team, you better off quick. Tell your team, fall back, you don't know if I'm flat, but catch and fall quick. Once you start, you can't stop it. Nothing can. The trust I know is all coming. Jumping out the plane without a parachute. Then landing in the train of thought, all in one can. LeBron on the run, man. The guy with the suntan. Then hit him with the face, that's a witness grin. Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet, bring you misses in. I remember having fantasies of bringing my fantasy. Till I could be in the life of the fantasy. I was that young boy posted in a cul-de-sac. When everybody went on stacks, so what was always back. Then I flip on his axis, hold a loop. All the old folks, homes making golden moves. They call me kid when I walk in the booth, cause I be acting up. They call me son when I'm blacking out. I'm taking over, the table's kosher. My base will make it great, and now I want the world on my plate. For what it's worth, just a God flow. These are niggas forgot they had a heart, so they call it hard, bro. They moving backwards, they used to be a band. Yeah, I am the lyrical god. Look at my creations, I see what I saw. Your skills are what you think, homie, you're a fraud. I've been watching, chopping, dropping, man, it's been too long. I am the lyrical god. Look at my creations, I see what I saw. Your skills are what you think, homie, you're a fraud. I've been watching, chopping, dropping, man, it's been too long. This ain't a song, this is straight execution. Keep all your statements, no substitutions. Tired of excuses, how can you believe when there's no proof? And I don't care how long you've been doing it, that don't mean that you've been doing it right. What happened to your career, how you was doing it right? Well, you thought you was, the see the perception was you got a couple fake fans who gave you a couple fake streams, the results of a couple fake dreams. They turned to fake reality, thought you was on top, huh? I see the peak of your success was meager at best. That's why the game don't need you, I guess. A different type of pressure, this will leave you depressed. A different type of level, so you need to assess. Cause I'm a different type of artist. We ain't even no better regardless. Shining like a pin in the hardest. I'm a king, the realest the God is. I'm a king, the realest the God is. I am hitting them with all kind of little, jewels or whatever, which hasn't been necessarily the OG pressure for the past couple of years, but just letting people know, I'm still here. Lights and minds in a limbo, rhyme all day, my hands up in the window, I'm colder than Sub-Zero, right De Niro, play with no sugar, boy, you sweeter than some Merlot. It seems you forgot how this song started out, one line about some boys, and now you the hardest out. I doubt it. A few months ago, I said I wanted to be a legend, now I'm the greatest alive, to give you boys the lessons. I love being underrated, that's how the game is played, that's why I keep my family close and why I keep my haters away. My time is precious, my circle even smaller. I started as an outcast, now I'm a big boy and a baller. Don't waste my time if you ain't serious. There's millions of dollars in front of me, I'm trying to make a million. I fall for this industry, and do I have a hook? What do you mean? The hook is the fact I can even make it to this beat, so back up. You in my way, back up. She says you want my company, I'm on my way back up. But hold on, slow down, wait a minute. I feel the need for speed, and I need a minute. My lights and minds in a limbo, rhyme all day, my hands up in the window. Keep it going. Yeah. Lighted, ignited, I spray flames. Blow through the roof is a war game. You ain't been strong, you a small man. Pressure drop, fall back. Even I bring out the crowd shake. Ashes on beats make the crowd quake. OG not the best, but you can't match. Even on your best day, you won't last. Be right surgical, slicing with syllables. They only got family streams, it's pitiful. Destroy dreams with feelings invisible. Pressure been global, the numbers are critical. No king, but you ran microscopic. I'm verified motion, my weight is colossus. Pockets got checks while you feel like a boss. With the truth in the stats on me, look at your lungs. Name on flow, detonate in the booth. Every word cut raw, every bar is a proof. I don't flex, I stand elevated here, playing worldwide. And the man got the game in my hand. Never claim that song, fake that crowd, but I still shut you down if you play that sound. When your pants have days, you ain't close to me. I'm a storm, you the drill, can't approach the sea. Yeah. Lighted, ignited, I spray flames. Blow through the roof, it's a war game. You ain't gonna show you a small name. Pressure drop bombs that'll fall back. Giving them some, you know, little tools to work with, different styles. Yeah, 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 yeah. Who is that nigga? That nigga a bum. He dropped the ball, them boys a flop. Shitting on niggas, I don't need a punch. Call me the doc, I carry the law. Bitch, I'm a dog, I came out the jungle. Up in the morning, no breakfast, I hustle. I do not love that bitch is a color. I shoot my shot like we in the bubble. Ballin' like Kobe, we ballin' like Russell. I'm going hard in the shit out the muscle. Go hard in the paint, I might pull a muscle. Don't give a fuck, I bet it won't stop me. Bitch, I'm that nigga, she callin' me Poppy. 50 round drumming, that bitch is a zombie. Came from the dirt, they know I'm a problem. Just bought a Mac and it came with the pasta. They wanna know, like, how do I do it? How do I do it? I'm up in the moon. Pinky on me and that bitch get to shooting. Yo, bitch with me and she wet as a pool. Took a little time, I bet they gon' notice. I can't trust them, they don't even know me. You ain't the homie, you ain't my Brody. Don't call me Brody, I don't even know you. It's my time, bitch, I'm the man. It's my time, bitch, I'm the man. I'm the whole picture in the frame. Tales of the city in my veins. I know why they wanna know my name. I see through them like a window pane, and I ain't never took a loss. I never made a boss, so my energy is off. Gave them everything they wanted, and I ain't even break a sweat. I'm trying to get it, jet, and when I get it, I'm flex. Gotta get it on the break. They thought that I would fall. It was already foretold. I can't let it get into my soul. When you die, you ain't taking none, what you know. It's all about control. Ain't no lies getting sold. Never let them take my soul. Had to take a little time, had to take a little road, had to get a little older now. On 10 toes. Got me mark, hit a little spark, cause you only get a few years when you're on this planet, so you play a little hard. You don't get a second chance when you're there, they break your heart. You ain't gonna break your heart, that's why you trying to break your heart. Baby, take a minute, never been a bit, and never wanted us to give it, never wrong with my kid, I ain't never been pretending the same in the beginning. I'm a sinner to the top, you know the feeling when the light go dim and the light get low. All you wanna do is go home when you know they trouble alone. No pick up the phone, get their souls. So your heart get blown in the dark, get on, you start to get in the zone. When you realize the light you been told, that shit get exposed. The people that you hold close start to fold, now you're on your own. You can cry, you can take the throne. I'm a God in the flesh, I've been blessed. Ain't a second, I'm stressed. Yeah. Now I'm going for the next. Yeah. Different styles, you know, we're gonna hit them with a little Cali style, but we're gonna always talk about that grind. Whole lot of love, whole lot of game, whole lot of summer running through my veins, whole lot of wins, we don't take no L's, whole lot of pressure, you can tell, whole lot of shine, whole lot of grind, young and I'm running, put the hate behind, whole lot of love, whole lot of wave, rock city sound, make the crowd brave, come from the south, but I vibe in the west, hustle in my blood, put my game to the test, young and I'm lit, yeah, the squad too blessed, we don't chase no clout, we just stacking that vest, couple raps on the table, couple goals in the plan, I've been running up the numbers, I ain't even need a hand, whole crowd singing back, yeah, they know who I am, got pressure in the flow, I'm the real young man, she wanna ride to the sound, let the beat just knock, whole team on point, got the block on line, if they out in my way, better watch the clock, cause I'm next in line, and I won't be stopped, whole lot of love, whole lot of game, whole lot of summer running through my veins, whole lot of wins, fuck it, we'll hit them with this too, coming 2026. yourself and who needs you.
I can't deny it, ain't gon' hide it. My insecurities rising. My love and my trust is divided. And it ain't the same when we vibing. Whoa, I like being riding slow. Like I ain't got nowhere to go. When you wanna roll, just know all the lights green on go. We ain't gotta stop, we ain't gotta take it slow. We just gotta bop, we just gotta let it flow. Came from the bottom, but raised up the scope. I ain't worried about ops that I don't even know. It's all about the midgets like you, and I be that dude. Yes, I'm a banger, but don't you assume, unless you assume in position. Say she fuck with artists, but love a musician. But I'm a magician, I work with that magic. I stole her heart and she called me a ladder. My ex-nigga mad, he say he won't static. I'm about that action, don't let him have it. If I do right by you, would you do wrong by me? I've got a hard life, and I cannot take the seat. If I do right by you, would you do wrong by me? I've got a hard life, I cannot take the seat.
Ex-shorty mad cause she see who you with. Pressure too strong, I'm a permanent shift. Seen that I'm all every tag getting flipped. Lead the other pack while the small ones quit. Baby daddy posting but the words don't land. Frontin' on the net but won't stand man to man. Energy shift when the wolves in the light. Whole vibe change when the real ones in sight. New flame down but the guard still locked. Trust still broken but the heart stay locked. Wall too tall, gotta climb to the top. Every step I ain't playing no games. She riding on pace, I'm a king in my zone. Past still calling but the future her home. Drama in the back, yeah the noise too loud. Pressure in the front make the weak ones bow. Money keep. They not look at what they rap about, at least I don't think. Look at me like a polar bear and Coca-Cola drinks. Up a tree with a soda can attached to rope and string. Cut the cord, finally someone show me how to use the thing. Up the score, too fast for the naked eye to keep the pace. Stories and the cactus and the back is Japanese. That's the tail that wax the dogs and eat the frogs and lay the seed. Buddha and the Persian never Rubaya. Mad at me and I'm fine. I keep the biggest gap between the two that I do. If you see a few that came in the past, hide in the plain sight. Biggest brains in the room, in the booth. Boom, baby boom, DB Cooper, rest in peace to Ruby, you a shooter. Picky on my brain, we still like cool and lumpy, broke the same Tony, yeah. 8th grade, learning who this man on this was. Feel my showing, yeah, nothing but a deep thing, baby. Cut $1 billion deal, walking real shady like a logo on my.
Keep it going.
3.5 years if they catch you with a gap. All I mean now is that niggas is shooting back. War or something I got the taste for. Out on bail, bigger gun than the one I got the case for. Never can tell what I might do. I ain't nothing like you. I pull my Dutch out on your night boots. Pull my nuts out on your wife in the mic booth. Been situate with it at the end of the night too. Those were the happy days, these the real years. Niggas is brain dead with shit bags and wheelchairs. For the record, I don't give a fuck who your team is. You don't want it with me, cause I'm an extremist.
These niggas ain't ready when the OG comes. 10 years in, still ain't running nothing but they motherfucking mouth. Why don't you do something for me? Sit back, chill, please take glimpse from me. I can teach you something, you my son, little homie. I'm a king in this here, others do it for a hobby. I went to Sony, then I went to Republic. Could have went anywhere, but the niggas said fuck it. Took my own fucking bread, lost my own distribution. Niggas talk about music in the city, be excluding me, but ain't another nigga in the city done it big as me. Resume for resume, these niggas can't fuck with me, but ride around the city hanging on each other's TIP. B.I.G. the only way I know how to do it. When it come to popping shit, I will know I must be full. Put the city on my back, think a better one to do it. Rock the city, we the best, cause some other niggas losing. In my DMs say they working, but they never getting to it. Everybody on my head, I asking me, but I can. Yeah, yeah, hey, yeah. I'ma sit on my throne, run a track with the marathon on my dome. Oh yeah, I'm back, who you calling unknown? I was gone for a minute, I was following goals, feeling invincible. No, I was meant to, it's no essential, it's so unprintable. Need my residuals, don't need the ridicule. Yeah, the response is predictable. Ain't here to lose, I don't mean they ain't true. I just had something to prove. I was walking away, but they want me to stay. I'ma make a way, I'ma take the cake. This flow is life changing, how it changed me. I don't have to my kid back, I been running for miles, never skip. Laugh, it's getting closer, I'm getting it closer. I feel like LeBron and no 3. I was doing this in no 4. They can never ignore me. Who am I to ignore the people? Keeping me humble, they feeding my ego. Might get my dog and I call it Debo. We are the cheat code, so don't get it twisted. Can't go against me, that's an addiction. Can't hold me down, I am not a submission. I'm not a statistic. That's what you get when you know you're the gifted. This is a feeling I cannot resist it. It's too hard to explain. They say the world is a stage, so we gotta perform and engage. But I'm not entertaining the games. And they calling me crazy, but they still calling my name. So now you know who it is. Yeah. Oh, you black will come in 2026. I got that out for you. Let's go. I done took losses, but the pain don't break me. Staying in my hustle, can't nothing replace me. West side stepping, but I'm serving with the flavor. Turned every struggle to a check and some paper. Late night, no sleep, locked in the booth. Dream bigger than the block, had to speak my truth. They gon' doubt when you rise, that's the way it goes. But the vision too strong, and the hunger gon' show. Don't break me, it make me. Every scar on my soul gotta pay me. Pressure in the grind that's daily. Running to the racks, can't face me. No, pain don't break me, it make me. Every scar on my soul gotta pay me. Pressure in the grind that's daily. Running to the racks, every step that I take, yeah, I move with a purpose. Hard heavy, but the winds make the pain worth it. Busy said marathon, I live by the goal. Gotta build brick by brick on this long, hard road. See envy in their eyes, but the love feel fake. Had to cut a few ties just to live my own way. That was family and hustle, it ain't never in between. Trying to turn pressure to a legacy and live my dream. Pain don't break me, it make me. Every song. We'll hit him with a little Florida in this real quick.
This year got to be
I got to stick on me. You might see me by myself, but I ain't never lonely. I got to stick on me. I might be by my fucking self, but I ain't never lonely. I got to stick on me. So if a nigga talking shit, then he gon' have to show me. I got to stick on me. You might see me by myself, but I ain't never lonely. OG pressure came up in this bitch to light a candle. I ain't never been a pussy nigga you can handle. Standing on our feet and I'm on my South Florida shit. If it ain't about the money, you can go on and eat a dick. Revolutionary radical, let's get that shit straight. Got it out the mud, I put in work, but they still hate. Kick up in my city, I'm a ball, but they all hate. If it's fuck me, then it's fuck you forever. Leaving me on red, then it's fuck you forever. Some people might not say it, but it's fuck you forever. Some niggas want me dead and some niggas want me gone. So I had to dedicate a special fuck them in the song. I got this stick on me. You might see me by myself, but I ain't never lonely. I got this stick. And then it's crazy because so Narcissistic kind of took on a life of his own. And y'all can go check that out. But it's basically anthem that was dedicated to all the people that see you hustle, they see you grind, and you know, you see these view counts and these streams and all of this going up. Not necessarily the consumer, but what I'm talking about is the secret competition. So what they do is they peep in, they see your stories, they see everything you post, but they refuse to engage, and that's what Narcissistic was about back last year before last, and it just kind of took a life of its own because I feel like everybody, I guess, feel that way. Like, man, these motherfuckers watching me, but they won't. So, you know, I'm gonna hit them with a Narcissistic 2 on this one right here. So I really fuck with it. They scrolling through the window, peeping every move. Screenshots in the dark like they part of the crew. Page watch and learn, but they never gon' speak. Silent eyes on the ground, trying to copy my reach. They scrolling through the window, peeping every move. Screenshots in the dark like they part of the crew. Page watch and learn, but they never gon' speak. Silent eyes on the ground, trying to copy my reach. Peeping through the glass, yeah, they spying in disguise. You can run it now, but they masking the lie. They fight like a stream, but they drowning away. I'm the shore they addicted to. They my digital slave. Devil on tablet, watch on read. Family share with the same my feet. Tryna let on my stay probably with a PM with a blueprint. Could really fit for a man page. You stand up, but a love don't show. It's a secret of the decision that they can't let go. Every story that I post, every real I drop. And I'm glued to the screen, on the watch for cop. Digital
had a lot of fun with it, but at the end of the day, um, it's just really, my feeling towards the industry at this moment and everything that we've all, experienced and went through. And, 2026 gonna be a good year. We got a whole bunch of projects, not just this one, like I say, a little bit of every kind of sound you can think about, because as y'all know, I am that flexible artist, and I do just about everything. We can hit them with a little bit.
Everybody's a headline.
Country.
Y'all ain't worried about your dress line. Talk to me nice, there's a shot at the kid, right? 2 is on the pen, that's a nail when I pen line.
So we can hit them with a little bit of whatever we want, just because we,
Yeah. They only see the glow, they don't see the grind. Pressure make diamonds though. Rocket City, let's go. Still riding dirty, 5 in the morning. Whole team stopping, but we all still going. Dreams too big to fit inside that Corolla. Had to pray over pies while the sword was rolling. I remember nights I was stuck in them lights. Now I'm turning views while the everyday bites. I ain't had no silver spoon or a white eye, just a skin.
we can hit them with a little bit of anything we want to.
This is my letter to my mama. Don't know where I'd be without you. And I'm sorry for all the times that I made you cry. This is my letter to my mama. Don't know where I'd be without you. And I'm sorry for all the times that I made you cry. This is my letter to my mama.
I was mama's baby riding with you through the night. Hot wide daddy's car right before we take a flight. I was breaking all the rules, thought the bond stayed strong. Then the cops came around and they proved me wrong. 4 years gone, no voice, no phone call. I was staring at the ceiling, trying not to fall. Kitchen down, stomach hurt, nothing there to eat. Daddy came home drunk, swinging fists at the heat. Siblings gone, I was left on my own. Had to turn into a man, home carved out of stone. Life moved fast, couldn't play, couldn't laugh. Had to find my own way, couldn't follow they path. Nights got cold, I was praying that you show. World on my back, had to carry that load. Mama, you the reason that I learned how.
We can hit them with it. Yeah.
Let's talk about it. I know y'all don't, usually hear me talk about faith, talk about, religion, stuff like that. But there's a time and place for everything. Let's talk about it. Fresh. Came up in the South where the nights turn cold. No heat up in the house, had to hustle, had to fold. Mama in the system, daddy lost in the streets. Had to raise my own soul, had to stand up on my feet. Empty box on the stove, but the plate still fed. Dreams bigger than the pain, kept the hope off in my head.
We can hit them with a little bit of everything we want to. You feel me?
Do something new.
We did a show in New York,
To the bank going up.
so we got live
Yeah,
recordings.
live from a spacecraft in the future, smoking big gas. This ain't hookah. Let me know me, no introducing. Walking Renaissance, they remove me. Please let the crew got a little stable pool doing great. That's cool because lately, yeah, every day feel like daydreaming. Extra stress and still gotta hate me. Good morning, it's been a long day. So why are you waiting? Let's just get faded. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's been a long day. So why are you waiting? believe in the grind and the future looking bright. Pressure paid diamonds. I was
Come and save me, God. Come and save me, God. Come and save me. Come and save me. Come and save me, God. Come and save me, God.
Chasing Skrilla at night, Jay's died taking flights, and the savior of our people, we were taught to see the light. But if you came up in the hood, then you was taught to move that white. See, Jeezy told us, try to die while me show us you should tell. Be a level legendarily contributing to hell. Another trick without a treat, the youth is dying in the street. The devil coming for they soul, they serve it up like Uber Eats. OG pressure never preach, they say I am, and that's a reach. But I've been walking through the fight, my spirit's out, I'm on my knees, begging God to intercede, cause I'm too weak to fight for me.
But anyway, that's enough of that. But yeah, 2026 is lit. We're gonna jump it off with the brand new project, No Payola. Make sure y'all tap in, make sure y'all save that. And then the rest of the year we going up. We're gonna, bounce around a little bit of anthem music. As you know, like I say, I'm a songwriter. I do, every genre depending on how I feel, because my music comes from feeling, which makes it art.